A very good evening class. Welcome to the classes of Rock Gold Academy. I Sakshi Dwivedi here with class 4th computer chapter number 4, that is more on Word. So first we will discuss what is MS Word, right? MS Word, Microsoft Word. MS Word is also known as Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is an application software program. It was developed by Microsoft Corporation and comes with Microsoft Office Suite. It is a word processing software that can be used to type stories, poems, essays, paragraphs, letters and reports. So what we do with MS Word? We can type stories, poems, essays, paragraph, letters and reports. Next, in MS Word, our first topic is spelling and grammar. Yes, from this word we can use spelling and grammar check also, right? In Word, spelling and grammar check is automatically done, right? In MS Word, if we make a mistake while writing something, it can be automatically corrected, right? Some errors can also be corrected by using the spelling and grammar feature. We can correct some errors that cannot be corrected by itself. We can correct it by using spelling and grammar features. Shortcut key to run a spell check is F7. If we want to run a spell check by using a shortcut key, the shortcut key is F7. Steps for using this spelling and grammar is: click on Review tab, then click on Spelling and Grammar command, then Spelling pane will open on the right with some suggestions for each error in the document, right? First we have to go on Review tab and we have to click on it. Then we have to click on Spelling and Grammar command. There in Review tab there is written Spelling and Grammar command, okay? Spelling pane will open on the right side. Where it is right? Here. Here a spelling pane will open with some suggestions for each error in the document. Now, from the given suggestions, select the word you want to correct, right? From this suggestion, you have to select the word you want to correct. If you want to ignore once, then select ignore once if you do not want to make any change, right? If we do not want to make any change, means we do not like any suggestion, so we will do ignore once. Select ignore all to leave all the examples of the highlighted word unchanged, right? If we want to unchange all the highlighted words in MS Word, we have to select ignore all. Next, for adding a word to dictionary, we can also add a word to dictionary in MS Word. For that, we have to do click on add to dictionary, right? Then when all the mistakes will be corrected, when we have done every mistakes, all are corrected, then a message box with the message spelling and grammar check is complete will appear, right? When we have corrected every mistake, then a message box will come with in that it is written spelling and grammar check is complete. Then we have to click OK and we have done with spelling and grammar check. Our next topic is Thesaurus command, right? Thesaurus is a book that provides us synonyms of words. This thesaurus is a book that has various synonyms of the words. Words having similar meaning are called synonyms. The word has similar meanings, that more meanings are called as synonyms. Thesaurus command in Word provides a list of both synonyms and antonyms of the word. The steps to use this thesaurus command is: first, select a word you want, right? First we have to select that word. Then we have to click on thesaurus command. Then you will get a list of synonyms on the right side, right? From that list of synonyms, we have to right click on the word we want. We have to right click the word we want and then we have to click on insert. The word we have selected will be replaced. Next is our find and replace command. Yes, we can find the word and also replace it. by using find and replace command. Sometimes we need to find a word and replace the word from whole document we have prepared, right? We have prepared like suppose we have prepared 8 pages of document and we are unable to find the word we have to change, right? For that we can use find and replace command, right? For that we use, see here also I have written, for that we use find and replace feature to save our time. Steps to use find command. First, click on find command on the home tab. From the home tab we will get find command. We have to click on that find command. A search bar will appear on the left side and then we have to type the word we want to find. From in the search bar there we have to type what? The word we have to find. Then we will see the word highlighted in our document. In our 8 pages document we will find the word highlighted, right? Next topic is our steps to use replace command. How we can use this replace command? For that we have to click on replace command, that will appear in home tab, right? A box will appear when we click on replace command. A box will appear. See this, see here, if you can see, wait a second, yes, you can see this box. See here, it's written find what and replace with, right? In this find what, we have to type the word we want to replace. In replace with, we have to type the word we have to replace entered in find what box. Then we will click on find next button. Wait a second, see here, this is find next button, right? We have to click on this find next button. The word you have typed in find what will be highlighted with grey color. Then click on replace button to replace the word. Click on replace all button to replace all the occurrences of that word, and click on find next button to leave the current occurrence of the word unchanged. Then when you have done everything, then you have to close the find and replace dialog box. Our next topic is page formatting. What is page formatting? Word document can be formatted using formatting feature, and this page formatting makes the text more readable. In page formatting we use headers and footers, indenting text, changing line spacing, setting paragraph spacing. Now what is headers and footers? Headers and footers is used to include some informations like chapter heading, title, page number and author description. And what is indenting text? It is used to give space between the margin area of the page and the text, and this we will further discuss. Next is our header and footer. Steps to use header and footer. In this, first we have to click on insert tab, then we have to click on header drop down button. If we want to insert the information in the top margin, right? If we want to add the information in the top margin, we will click on header drop down button. If we want to insert the information in the bottom margin, we will click on footer drop down button, right? Then click on blank header style. The dotted header box appears at the top of each page. We will write, right? Click on the header box and type the data you want to enter. Similar way it will be done in footer also. If we want to insert date and time, click on date and time command in the insert group. Click on close header and footer button to close the header and footer section. Next is steps to delete header and footer. If we want to delete this header and footer, there are two steps. First we have to double click on the header or footer to unlock it. Then we have to right click on it and select remove content control. If it contains data, delete the data and close the header footer section. Without deleting the data, it will not be removed. So first delete the data and close the header and footer section. Students, our next topic is indenting text. So the steps to indent a paragraph. Indenting, you know, right? Steps to indent a paragraph. Select the text and click on the home tab. First we have to select the text, right? And then we have to click on home tab. In paragraph group, click on increase indent button to increase the indent, and the text moves away from the left margin by half inches. See, in this indenting we can do increase and decrease, right? From paragraph group we can increase indent also and decrease indent also. Increase indent will increase the indent by half inches and decrease indent will decrease the indent by half inches closer to the left margin. So the next topic is changing line spacing. How to change line spacing? Here are some steps. First is select the text, right? First we have to select the text where we have to do changing line spacing. Then click on line and paragraph spacing down arrow. Select line spacing option from this line and paragraph spacing down arrow. We have to select line spacing option. Then from this the paragraph dialog box will open, and click on indent and spacing tab from this dialog box. Then under spacing section, click on arrow of the line spacing option, right? Then select the desired option and then click OK. Students, you will understand these all when you will do it practically, right? So you have to do this everything what I am explaining in your MS Word from your laptop or computer. Then only you will learn these steps. So our next one is setting paragraph spacing. See, this setting paragraph spacing has two methods. First method is this. Let's see. First is select paragraph you wish to format. First we have to select the paragraph. Then on home tab, click on the paragraph launcher button. Right from the home tab we have to click on paragraph launcher button. Then the paragraph dialog box will open. From that dialog box, click on indents and spacing tab, and then under spacing section enter desired value in before and after spin boxes. Yes, then we have to click OK. Similar way the second method is, first we have to same way select paragraph we wish to format. Then from that click on line and paragraph spacing in paragraph group like we have done before also. Then select line spacing option from menu. The paragraph dialog box opens. Then we have to click on indents and spacing tab. Under spacing section enter desired value in before and after spin boxes, and then we have to click OK. The next topic is page properties. What is page properties? Page properties are used to make a page look more attractive, right? We use page properties to make our page look more attractive and readable. And this page properties includes these 4 points, that is setting margins. You know better very well when we are writing something, if we put on margins on both of the sides, it will look more attractive, right? So this setting margins are, it is the space between the edges of the document and the text. Next, setting page orientation. What is the setting page orientation? It refers to the direction in which the text is displayed or printed. Third, setting the page size. We have to set the page size also, right? It is adjusting the page size. And fourth is inserting columns. Through columns, the page looks more attractive, right? And also easy to read. So inserting columns is used to insert 2 or more columns we can insert. So first is setting margins. So the steps to format page margins are, click on layout tab. First we have to click on layout tab. Then in page setup group, click on margins command. A list of predefined margins options appear. Select the desired option. The margin of the document will be changed. Please students, do this in your laptop or computer on MS Word, then only you will get the points, okay? Next, creating custom margins. This is the part of setting margins only, right? Creating custom margins. How to create custom margins? First, select custom margin option from margins command. From margins command only you can select custom margin. The page setup dialog box will appear. Then click on margins tab and modify the value of each margin under the margin section. And when you have finished, click OK. The margin of the documents are modified. The next topic is setting page orientation, right? We have discussed before setting page orientation. The steps to set page orientation is, first we have to go to the page setup group, right? Then we have to click on orientation button. Then two orientation options will appear, that is horizontal and vertical. We have to choose that. The horizontal page orientation displays the text width wise, right? Horizontal page orientation will display the text width wise, and the portrait orientation displays the text length wise. By default, the page orientation is set to portrait, right? By default only the page orientation will be set to portrait. If you want to set it as horizontal page, you have to do these all. Next, setting the page size. How to set the page size? It's very important, right? So steps to set the page sizes. First we have to click on size button in the page setup group on the layout tab. Page setup group you will find in layout tab, and from that you can click on size button and you can select the desired page option size. Using a custom page size. How to use a custom page size? First, on size button, select more paper size option from the drop down list. Then the page setup dialog box will appear. Go to the paper tab and then to paper size section. Adjust the values in width and height boxes, and when you have finished, then click OK. The size of the page will be modified. Next, inserting columns. How to insert columns to make our text more attractive and readable. So steps are, first we have to select the text to insert columns. Then we have to go to layout tab. Then click on columns button in page setup group. Then choose the number of columns from the drop down list, means how many columns you need, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then the text will be set in desired columns. Next is printing a document. Right, to print a document we need to learn some these steps, right? First is click on file button to open the backstage view, right? First we have to click on file button and it will open the backstage view. Then select the print option. Then print pane will be open on the right side. The preview of the document can be seen. Before printing you can preview the document, and for that you can use the zoom slider at the bottom right corner of the pane to magnify the view of the document. If you want to read your document fully and you want to preview it, you can use zoom slider, right? Zoom slider will magnify your view of the document and then you can print a document. Next, steps to print a document. First we have to open print pane. Then if we want to take print of multiple copies of the same document, we need to enter the number in the copies box, right? If we want to choose the print multiple copies of the print, like suppose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we need to enter the number in copies box. Then we have to select the printer from the printer drop down list, and in the print all pages, choose one of the following options. See, these three options will be there in print all pages, which means print all pages means to print the entire document. Print current page means to print the page where the mouse cursor is, means that current page. Custom print, to print the specific page by entering the page number in the pages box, right? We can enter a single page number or a range of page numbers. Then after choosing print all pages, click on print on both sides in the list and select one option, right? If we want to print on both the sides of the pages. First is print one side. If we want to print one side of the document, then we will select print one side. Print on both sides. If we want to print on both the sides of the document, then we will select print on both sides. flip pages on long edge. If we want to print the pages as you do in a book, right? So we have to choose flip pages on long edge. Flip pages on short edge, like print the pages as you do in calendar, right? Fifth one is collated. Collated means print all the pages of the first set and then all the pages of the second set. Sixth last is uncollated. Uncollated means print the 2 copies of page 1, 2 copies of page 2 and so on. Means 3 copies of page 3, 4 copies of page 4 and so on. When you have done all this, then you have to click on print button and you will be able to print your document. So students, here's the end of the chapter. Hope you have understood every concept, right? Do share and yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.